Alright, y'all, welcome back and welcome in if you're new. I wanted to take some time to go over my most recent creation. Well, one of the three most recent creations. I was trying to reincarnate the UNSC Frigate, but that didn't work out so well, and this is what I ended up with. Something I call Stalker. Now this is a Class C ship, 100 mobility, and it does pretty well in combat. So without further ado, jump down. You know, we're in the usual spot, way up high into Atlantis. This is mainly a demo ship, and I'll be showing y'all that just
Anything I can
a
help you
bit.
with? Okay, no problem.
Now this bad boy right here. It kind of looks like a transformer. I'm not gonna lie. And those two, these two right here. I feel like I need more rockets just to make it look like a transformer just blowing rockets out of its chest or something like that. But I call this bad boy Stalker. Now this is a max build module limit ship. Just to let you all know. Alright, so let's see where I should start. Where did I start? I started down here at this very bottom layer. So, with that being said, y'all don't need to watch this if you don't want to. I'm just gonna break this down into its parts here. That can stay there for now. Selected it all right, yeah. Then as I go through it, and this went after the bottom, so we'll take this, 2 fuel tanks, Deimos wings. We'll take all of this off real quick. Putting the shield. Get rid of you. Oh. Actually, we're not going to do that just yet. So I think, as usual, I did landing gears before I did cosmetics, so it was all HABs. So Skeg A, Skeg B, 320, Skeg B, 320 landing gear, Skeg B again. That's what I did, just the center part of it here. Alright. Move all this off. Took me a minute to figure some of this stuff out and what to hide and where to put it, so on and so forth. Put that over there. Alright, so the main part I started with was Central Mess Hall, 3x2. Right? Underneath, we have a Battle Stations 2x2. Actually, no, I started Battle Stations 2x2, and we put an infirmary next to the Battle Stations. Right? And I threw the Mess Hall on top. But following that, I was like, okay, you know, a Deimos, little sharp, little demon ship here. Do the 120 LD landing bay, facing out the rear. Right there. Right. Then, as I started putting the landing gears on, I wanted to do a slim docker here, but it would not let me. So I had to use the 110 DP docker, or bottom docker. Now this one, when you pick it up, it'll be flipped the other way, it'll be top. So as soon as you buy it, it'll look like that. Me, I just flip it, throw it right underneath. So before any of the landing gears, this didn't exist yet. Take that off. This didn't exist yet. Take that off. So from here, I started building out center. So we'll take our time and go over that. So the bottom part, starting from here, not this side, but the center or left of the battle stations. We did this. Started with engineering bay. Obviously I do this, left trigger, right trigger. I can't do A because max build limit. But engineering bay B, I love that one, it's my favorite. And we have an armory attached to the engineering bay, even though it should be the other way around, armory to engineering bay, but you know, you can always opt to change one of these on the side to whatever you want. At the end of that engineering bay, we have a storeroom. And at the very, very tippy end, we have a Deimos braking engine. Right, so underneath that, I started with Skeg B, 320 CB landing gear, to another Skeg B, 320 CB, Skeg B, Skeg A. This is what I put underneath the front here. So from the Docker, Skeg B, landing gear, Skeg B, landing gear, Skeg B, and Skeg A. Skeg A. Alright, all this structural stuff and weapons came last. So I took a storeroom, dropped it right here in front of mess hall dead center. And decide, hey, I'll throw a porthole on there. You know, instead of being all ugly and flat. Right. Next, went ahead and put a living quarters 3x1 dead center. So I didn't know if I wanted to put a 2x1 and then a companionway, just to have another companionway, you know, right on top of it. It seemed kind of stupid to me, but you could always change this up. Just put 2 companionways, leave room for something else. Maybe instead of the living quarters, you put another companionway. Can't do that. Another companionway underneath this one. Put the shield like right here, and then use a Deimos cowling here. Whatever you want to do. Anyway, in front of the living quarters, we have an all-in-one berth. Mind you, this is all Deimos. Excuse me. Now in front of that all-in-one berth, the very end, or near the end, workshop. So living quarters, all-in-one berth, workshop. In front of that workshop, another storeroom. And at the very tippy end, another Deimos braking engine. Right? And our Kontiki B600 bridge from Strat-Eklund. So you may need to have like a Deimos Ares bridge or something here. And then go visit Strat-Eklund to go grab the Kontiki bridge. Now that's up to you how you want to do it. Now before I got to any of this here, get there, grab the dang thing. There we go. I did not have this yet. So that wing is going to go on the bottom there. Anyway, I decided I wanted to branch out, you know, go this way with a Hope Tech Hab cross brace. I mean, these do have a massive 14, so they are fairly heavy compared to Nova's. Nova Cross Passage, which has a massive 4. Dropped that on there and I decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to put a control station over here. I was like, wait, you know, I've already got almost every hab. You know, they're not 2x2, 3x2, 3x3, but almost every hab in here. So I took 2 Deimos hulls, dropped it on the bottom, right? Like, okay, this looks stupid. It's just going to be hanging there, no landing gear. So I put it 320 CB landing gear and Skeg A underneath the Deimos hull. I thought, all right, this is blocky. This is blocky. That's ugly. So took 2 Deimos braking engines, threw them on the front. Right? I did the same thing over here. You know, Deimos computer core, go across through the mess hall to the control station, from the control station across through the mess hall to the computer core. 2 Deimos braking engines, 2 Deimos hulls with a 320 CB landing gear and Skeg A. That's how I did that. Alright, now before I go off on another tangent here, because remember, Optech Hab cross brace, Optech Hab cross brace on either side of the mess hall in the front. Alright, now before I did any of that, I was like, okay, now I need fuel tanks, reactor, da 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 da. So before I put these Deimos bellies on, hey, you leave that there. I chose a Fuser DC-403 reactor. And then an NG-340 grav drive. Because it had the 130 mass, it wasn't as heavy as the others, you know. Throw these on here for good measure as cosmetic. Look like they're being supported. And, oh yeah, 2 more landing gears. 320 CB, Skeg A. And 320 CB, Skeg A again. On the other side, underneath the battle station 2x2 and the infirmary 2x1. That's what I did for that. Okay. Yeah, I did those there. These really serve no function. They're just there for cosmetic reasons. Just because I was thinking, okay, well, I want 3 engines on here, right? 3. I was like, well, how do I attach? Now, after putting, let's say, yeah, wing A, starboard, aft, and starboard, put those on the bottom. Put a wing A starboard on the top. And then wing A port and port aft on the bottom here. Actually, no, that was on the top. This is where I'm screwing up. This is on top. Right here. With a Jushaku ND rapid railgun turret. Now this is on both sides of this, as you can see. And I didn't want to leave the sides open, blocky, and bare, so I put more, you know, wing A port and port aft on this side. I was like, alright, well, you know, I need fuel tanks. Here they are. Now M40 Ulysses HE3 tanks. I decided I'll put them right up here. And by right up here, I mean the living quarters and the storeroom in the front. Put them as close to the main body as possible. Now, the hard part. I was trying to figure out how to situate this one engine back here. I couldn't do it. It's like, well, what the heck do I do now? So I was like, alright, well, Deimos hulls. We're going to throw some Deimos hull right on top of the grav drive and the reactor. I mean, they have the attachment point. Why not use it? Poseidon DT230 engine. 34,520 on engine thrust. Bang. I was able to have my engine where I wanted it. Like, well, I want another one here too. Behind this. So I just like threw it here. It's like, well, that's not gonna work, is it? You know? Like, well, there's no attachment point to the main body here. What do I do? Deimos Bracer A. Bang. Attaches from the mess hall to the engine to the wing. Perfect. That was awesome. Now to cover up some of that blockiness in the back, I used the Optech Nose B, just aft. When you pick it up from the menu, when you buy it, it'll look like this. Nose B forward, so the roundness will be poking out to the front. Highlight, select it, flip it with Y, attach it to the back of the Deimos hull A. Same thing on the other side. Now, because this looked so bare and I hated it, you know, like, all right, this ain't working. So, put a Optec cab cross brace. I think it was back there. I don't remember what I did here. Attached a science lab to it. Now, throw this over here. Don't attach there and mess up my attachment points. Throw that there, right? Deimos Science Lab, Optec Hab cross brace for the living quarters. On the other side, we had another Hab cross brace attached to Deimos Captain's quarters. Right? So this is going to get anchored to the very end of the living quarters. This back attachment point. This guy. Where the cursor is. That's where that goes. Alright, now to fill in that gap, I chose Optec Cap A4. Bang. This way it isn't so bare and ugly. Now on the front of the Deimos hull A, I threw Deimos cowling 4s on it to try and cover that, you know, that Optec Hab cross brace on either side. Try to cover that up. Now, for the front of each of these Habs, boom, Science Lab gets a Deimos cowling and Captain's quarters gets the Deimos cowling. So we remove some of that front ugliness except for here, which I still don't like, but I can't add any more, so you know, we're at an impasse. Oh, let's see here. What else? This was the bottom. I didn't do that until last. The shield is what I threw on next. Assurance SG1800 shield generator. Goes to the top attachment point at the furthest attachment point of the engineering bay B. I didn't want it too close because then it's like, all right, I'm looking out the window and it's staring me right in the face. Pull it back one, you know? So, I don't want to confuse you all, so we're just going to go. This was later on. I think I did all the skegs after. So we start with a Deimos spine C on the top front. And the weapons came after, but I'll mention them anyway. Either side, Hunter Mag 450 missile launchers. Then we went with a spine D behind the spine C. Behind spine D, we have spine F. CDF. And behind that F, we have a G. Behind that G, we have a flipped spine F. So you can hit Y and flip these back and forth. Now from there, we have a spine D aft and a spine D4. Now these can be, when you pick them up, they can be flipped. Boom, so now we have some cool symmetry, like a little curve, like across the top spine. I really like that. Now, on either side, we're going to have a wing A, wing C, and a wing A aft. Just flip to be starboard and port side. Right on the front there. Same thing here. Port A, port C, port aft. The other side is just starboard, starboard C, and starboard aft. Alright. And we're going to duplicate the same thing on the bottom. Right? Wing A port, wing C port, wing A port aft. That's port side, starboard side, same thing. Oh, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it's snowing out here, and yeah, it's happening. Alright, before I even did anything on these sides with the spines, we're going to have a spine A, spine C, and spine A aft on the bottom. Right? So this is going to go, you zoom in here. Boom, right in the front. Just behind the braking engine, we started at the storeroom. Spine A, spine C, spine A aft. And we attached 2 more Hunter Mag 450 missiles on either side. Now, on each of these halves, I did a spine A4 and a spine D4. And attached to that spine A is a PBO 175 auto helion beam. And that's on each of these that's attached on science lab, control station, captain's quarters, and computer core. At least that's what I did. You can always change this stuff out if you don't like it. Alright, so we're going to go back and grab this guy. And before I get into the cargo, I put on the wing A port aft and starboard aft. I did that also on the other sides here. Starboard aft, we have Jishaku, NDRF rapid railguns. These are turrets. Did this on all of the aft wings. Alright, and the PBO 175s are on the spine A, all across these top 2x1 halves. And in the very front on the spine C's, the Hunter Mag 450 missile launchers. Same thing under here. Now when we get to the cargo, oh, whatever. I have these, I think these were further back actually. These were not as far forward. Yeah, these were back a bit. Pull this back. Yeah, now we have the Deimos belly aft underneath science lab just for cosmetics to try and hide the Deimos bracer. You don't have to do that, but you can. But since I like to hide everything, there we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Alright, so same thing on this side, Deimos belly aft underneath the captain's quarters to try and hide that Deimos bracer that's attached to another Poseidon DT-230 engine. For cargo, Galleon S-204 cargo holds for a count of 2 right on top of the landing bay. Now if I take these out, you'll see the way I have the landing bay situated. It attaches to the very far corner in the back right of the Deimos battle stations 2x2. I was like, alright, well this is empty. This is what I wanted to do here and here because I wanted to have the engine in the middle and at the top, not at the bottom. It's like, alright, let's just fill it in because without this, it'll have like next to no cargo. And there we go. That completes this bad boy. Now for colors, I know I mentioned I wanted to do this. Hold on. Alright, my apologies. Let's go here. We highlight it. We go forward and back on the brightness slider and hit A. We highlight it again. Click left stick. That brings up colors. Color 1. This is just basic. The red's all the way down like normal. Saturation's down to white. Brightness. I'll leave this up for a second just so you can kind of take a look at it. If you want to pause it, pause it. By all means, copy the colors. But color 2 is also just a slightly my butt, but it's a darker blackish color. Well, dark grayish. Leave that up for you. And if you want, you can pause it. Just Copy that. And color 3 is a shade of blue. Almost a faint, almost powder blue, but darker shade. And that saturation is all the way up. I'm running out of breath here. I did a little bit of a workout before I started this video, so I'm like, ugh. Alright, but that's our color 3, right? Now our build is finished. Now 100 mobility, you see that? Even with all this bulk on here. 100 mobility, and why? 3 Poseidon DT230 engines on here. One behind the computer core and the Deimos hull. One in the middle between 2 hulls behind our Kentucky bridge. And one behind our control station. Yeah, well, behind the control station and the Deimos hulls on the bottom. Right? This thing is killer. We're gonna go take it for a spin. But with that being said, we have to run all the way back and run through, take y'all for a little walk through this thing. It's all Deimos. You might hate it. I don't know. You might like it depending on your I guess preference or taste. Into the landing bay.
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Yes, I know. My ships are all pretty. Anyway, we load right into this back corner of our 2x2 Deimos battle stations. There's no other hatches here, which I love. Designed like that on purpose. I hate too many ladders and whatnot. That's waifu right there. And walk a short distance, docking bridge access. This is our 110 DP bottom docker, Deimos. Right, so load in the landing bay, walk forward, docker. Alright, before we go through that hatch, because this goes to our science lab and then up to our next level, we go straight into our engineering bay B. I love this because it's clean, those railings are not present, you know. From there, oh, I love this thing. Anyway, from there, we go to our Deimos armory. Like weapon racks all over the place. I don't have anything on here because this is just a fresh build. All these weapon cases, helmet displays, and glorious. Now, this door is normally shut. So that's our storeroom in the front. Heading back out. Armory, engineering bay B. Now we're gonna hang a left, because normally we'd load in there, walk this way, straight there, hang a right, but from where we came through, it's left. Deimos Infirmary. Thought this was science lab. Oh no, that's up another level. Duh. Alright, so through our Deimos Infirmary, research lab, pharmaceutical lab. Beautiful. Go up our next level into our 3x2 mess hall. Now remember, we have 2 of those hab spines attached here and over there. But for right now, before we go up, because this will take us to our next level, our diamond in the rough, our shield. Alright, so we're going to go this way first, through this hab brace, into our Deimos computer core. Almost like a prison cell, because if you get locked in and something happens, you're in here just gassed up with oxygen and talk through these little holes. I don't know. Back out through our dining area, through our kitchen here. Remember, no other hatches, ladders, or portholes or any of that crap here. We're going to go through our other cross brace into our control station, Deimos. No other hatches or doors here. Alright, go back out through her. This is a nice... I like Deimos setup. Even though Stroud is cleaner, it's more luxury, brighter. Deimos and Hope Tech, I think, would have to win it for me. Now, we're going to go through this hatch, into our companionway, and up to our next level. Wow. Close that for now. This is our 3x1 all-in-one berth, right?
Something on your mind?
And we're going to have 2 more crosshabs here and here. That's all the way up to our cockpit. We're not going there yet. Through this Hope Tech Hab cross brace science lab. Of course Sarah's in here. Big old geek. Anyway. Oh, I'm a geek and a nerd too, but you know. Anyway, through the other cross hab brace are captain's quarters. Why does this look like a Stroud table? I don't know. Little conference area in here. Go back through this. We're gonna go through our 3x1. Right? The 3x1. Straight forward to our workshop. Remember? 3x1 all in one berth. 3x1 living quarters to our workshop. I forget what I put in here already. So I've got a ton of other builds I gotta do. Or walk you all through. Now through the workshop. Our storeroom at the top. No other portholes or anything. Skip this ladder and go to the back and up. This is just gonna be a 1x1 companionway, right? Our next level. Get there, man. I keep bonking my head. Anyway, here is our Kontiki B400 bridge. At the very tippy top. I don't like this bar in the middle at all. But, you know, it serves its purpose. Oh no, this is a B600. B400's on another build. Look at that curvy little spine. It's a beaut. Alright, let's go ahead and take it to Serpentis.
We're clear.
This came out really well, just saying. I'm probably gonna do another build that's built like off a Navy ship somewhere in the future. Hey. I want my engines. Missiles are powerful enough. Take out of the shields, put in the grab drive for now. Cruise speed 202. I think this gets up to like 700s. I think it was this build. Oh, 699. There's another build that gets up into 700s. I think it's also a Class C. But we'll get there when we get there. Go into our map and hit up the mappa. Go to Serpentis right here. You're gonna have to travel through Narian to Bonara. I think to Tadacha and then Serpentis. Yeah. Come on. Pick up the grav drive. I got power there. Let's go. We're about to have some fun.
Let's see what there is to see.
See if anything comes out. If not, we'll find hostile activity. Dang. Where's the other one? Oh, there you go. They're gone already. I barely have to lift a finger and this just does it on its own. Those things are pretty powerful, just saying. Yeah, let's go put back in our shields. Now, star map. Hostile activity. Oh, there's 2 points. Ooh. The Stalker's coming for you. Megatron. Cut back on the engines. There's a lot of debris in here. Come out wherever you are. Where are you going?
Enemy's grav drive disabled.
Gone. How y'all like that one? Where'd the other one go? There you are.
They're jumping out of here.
Wow. Yeah. No, don't hit stuff, dang it. Anyway, we're gonna skip up out of here. Go to this other hostile activity, demonstrate some more for you, and we'll move on to our next build soon. Alright, let's cut back here so they notice us. Come on. I will. And you're dead.
Drive on intermission.
Oh, there's another one. Dang. Bye-bye, baby. Did that one just fly away? What was that? Where you go? Look at this thing trying to catch up. Now for a Class C, this picks up speed decently well. Just saying. No, for this build came out again pretty well. See if I can find some light for it. Take a look at this thing from some decent lighting here. Alright. Well, that's going to conclude this one. And taking a look at the Stalker. Look at this beaut. Y'all might have some better ideas than this. Make it look bigger, more mean, more beefy, whatever. That's fine. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Feel free to mod this, break it down, play with it how you want to. This is just something that I was trying to, again, redesign the UNSC Frigate. Failed, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to build this however, and here it is. I think this is better. Anyway, I thank y'all for stopping by. I thank y'all for checking this out. Now, I appreciate all the engagement. That helps a lot and helps me grow. So, with that being said, I will catch you all on the next one. All right, later.